If you feel distracted at home, mentally drained by the afternoon, or wired when you should be winding down at night, this probably isn't a discipline problem. It's an environment problem. Most people assume poor focus or bad sleep comes from stress, lack of motivation, or bad habits. But your nervous system doesn't respond to pep talks. It responds to signals: light, visual input, scent, noise, temperature. Your home is feeding your brain information all day long, whether you're aware of it or not. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a calming home environment that actually improves focus, sleep, and daily productivity. Not with trendy decor, but with practical upgrades that work with how the brain and nervous system function. This isn't about luxury for the sake of luxury. It's about reducing background stress so your brain can stop fighting all day. Section 1. Why environment beats willpower. A lot of productivity advice focuses on pushing harder, more discipline, more structure, more caffeine. That works. Briefly, willpower is finite. Your environment is not. If your home is visually harsh, overstimulating, or poorly lit, your brain spends the entire day compensating for that stress before you even start working. Think about this scenario. You sit down to work in the afternoon. You're already tired. The overhead lights are bright. The room feels flat. There's visual clutter in your peripheral vision. Your brain is processing all of that quietly in the background. By the time you open your laptop, your cognitive bandwidth is already reduced. A supportive environment does the opposite. It lowers baseline stress so your brain doesn't have to work as hard just to feel regulated. You can't out-discipline bad sensory input. Section 2. Lighting, the most underrated performance tool. Lighting is one of the most powerful and most ignored factors in focus, mood, and sleep. Most homes rely on a single overhead light that's too bright, too cool, and on for too many hours of the day. That keeps your nervous system in a constant state of alert. The solution is layered lighting. You want one soft overhead source to anchor the room, floor or table lamps to add warmth and depth, dimmability wherever possible. Dimmable lighting allows your environment to change throughout the day. Brighter during work hours, softer in the evening, calm at night. This matters because your circadian rhythm is light-driven. When lighting never shifts, your brain never fully switches modes. Lighting isn't aesthetic, it's biological input. Section 3. Plants and visual calm. Visual stress is subtle but powerful. Hard edges, screens, sharp contrast, and empty corners keep your visual system tense, even if you don't consciously notice it. Adding one large plant changes that immediately. Organic shapes soften a space. Your eyes relax. Mental fatigue drops. Large plants work better than lots of small decor items because they simplify the visual field. One focal point is easier for the brain than many competing objects. Self-watering plants are especially effective because they stay consistent without adding another task to your mental load. The goal is calm without maintenance. Section 4. Flowers and emotional baseline. Fresh flowers are often dismissed as decorative, but they have a real psychological effect. Regular flowers, weekly or bi-weekly, introduce gentle color, subtle scent, and visual care. These small sensory positives lower baseline stress. When baseline stress is lower, focus improves, irritability drops, decision-making gets easier. There's also a subconscious signal happening here. A maintained space tells your nervous system that you're safe, that you're cared for, that things are under control. That sense of safety matters far more than people realize. Section 5. Scent and mental state. Scent is one of the fastest ways to change how you feel. Unlike visual input, scent bypasses logic and goes straight to the emotional centers of the brain. That makes it incredibly effective and very easy to misuse. Cheap or overly sweet scents can actually increase stimulation and mental fatigue. They smell pleasant at first, but become distracting over time. What you want is a scent that feels clean, grounding, and emotionally neutral. One candle that works exceptionally well for this is the Baize candle by Diptyque. Baize is blackcurrant and rose, but it's not floral in a traditional sense. It smells green, fresh, and structured. Not sweet, not heavy, not overpowering. This is important because it works during both work hours and evening wind down. Here's how to use it properly. Light it during focused work for 30 to 60 minutes. Extinguish it before it overwhelms the space. Use it consistently so your brain associates it with calm focus. Consistency matters more than strength. Over time, your nervous system learns that this scent equals regulation. That's conditioning, and it's powerful. Section 6. Weighted blankets and real recovery. Productivity doesn't end when work stops. Recovery is part of performance. Weighted blankets apply gentle pressure that signals safety to the nervous system. That pressure can reduce anxiety and help the body transition into deeper relaxation. Better sleep improves focus the next day, emotional regulation, stress tolerance. If your sleep is off, no productivity system will compensate for it. Section 7. How to set this up in a real apartment. You don't need a renovation to do this. Here's a simple setup. In your main living space, one dimmable overhead light, one floor lamp, one large plant, one consistent scent. In your work area, no harsh overhead lighting, warm lamp lighting, clear visual field. In the evening, lower lights, light the same candle nightly, reduce visual clutter. Simple, repeatable, effective. Section 8. The system effect. Individually, these upgrades seem small. Together, they form a system. Lighting controls alertness and calm. Plants reduce visual stress. Flowers stabilize emotion. Scent guides mental state. Weighted pressure supports recovery. When your environment supports how your brain actually works, daily life feels less effortful. Not because you're doing less, but because you're fighting less. You don't need a bigger house. You don't need better discipline. You don't need more motivation. You need an environment that works with you. If you're interested in the products mentioned, you'll find them linked in the description and pinned comment. Thanks for watching.